Okay, here I got examples of the globe and the flat Earth and flight travel. Right now, I'm gonna prove to you that the Earth is not a globe, as you can tell by the way we travel on the Earth. And I got four different destinations. All right, as you can tell, this is the flat Earth model. The white here is the water. I didn't feel like doing the water, and the green is the land. And in the purple indications are north and south are compared to both of them or related to each one of them. Listen, so north isn't always in the center. North is in the center. North is in the center. North is in the center of the flat earth. And all around the earth is south. Remember, going south from north is always going to lead south. Going south is always going to. And the south is Antarctica. All right. So as you know, as you believe and you've been taught without any question, that north is at the top of the globe, and at the bottom of the globe is south. So, and this one is north, this south, north, south, and of course this is just looking at the bottom south. All right. And of course the yellow is the white is the land, and then the blue is the oceans, because I didn't feel like using all my green, because I use my green over here. Bye-bye. All right. So in the globe, we're going to do some traveling, and I'm going to show you why the plane does this and what you believe to be real and why. So right now I'm in America. I want to travel from America to Africa. That's where I want to go. I want to this is the Atlantic Ocean. So if I start here, let's just say in right here and travel to Africa, I should just go way over here. This is traveling east to Africa, traveling east. You know, this is east because north is here. So you can travel all the way around. You can come back on the other side and magically come back to where you were. That's circumnavigating the earth from east to west. Now this is the top. Now you're looking at it from the side because they'll tell you that this is south. What they tell you is they can circumnavigate the earth from north to south back around, which is a lie. Now, so my plane going from America to here should just be able to just travel east to get to Africa, because this is Africa right here. So why would my plane do this? Why does all the planes do this? Why do they travel north? This is what the plane does to get to Africa. It travels north and it comes back down south and gets to Africa. Why does it do that? All commercial airliners do that. This is JFK. It comes from JFK in New York. Why does it do that? Why instead of doing this? Because in reality, your plane is going like this from America to Africa. Do you understand it now? So when you look at it, what they're doing from the fucking lie is your plane is going north first and then coming back down south. They always make stops here in Europe. They never fly across the Pacific Ocean. But across the Atlantic Ocean ever. They always go north and then come back down south. And why would you do that? Why would you do that? Because this is how it looks in real life. They're traveling. Look, from America, and then they travel north, and then they come back down south. Because you're traveling in relation to the North Pole. This is what the flight does. All right, that's just one example. So here I'm in South America. You know, let's just travel from distances around the other side of the equator. This southern hemisphere. Let's just go from South America east to Africa. I shouldn't even have to come across the northern hemisphere. I should just be able to travel, like I said, in a circle from here all the way around back here. So why would my plane do this? This is what the plane would do. Why would it go like this? Why does the plane do that? Why does it come in the northern hemisphere and then come back down to the southern hemisphere if the earth is a globe? Because in reality, this is what it's doing when you're traveling from. This is what it's doing. It's going like this. If you were to travel east, like simple, in the southern hemisphere, you would do this. But they don't do that because circling the earth is like this. They don't do that. They fly north come back down. That's every time. You see the first example. Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to fly north? Why do you have to come in the southern hemisphere? I mean, going to the northern hemisphere if you're traveling to 2 destinations in the southern hemisphere. And it's that simple to see by the way they travel. In reality, that's how it looks. Of course, you got to go north and come back down south on the flat earth, because all around the flat earth is Antarctica. Let's do one more. Let's do 2 more if we got enough time. We're going to travel from Africa to Australia. Now, remember, the southern hemisphere. How you want to do it? We're going to travel. We should be able to travel around the southern hemisphere to get to Australia from Africa. Come back around the southern hemisphere. Why it doesn't do that at all? In reality, why does your plane go like this to get to Australia? Around the top of the globe, around the North Pole. It has to travel around the North Pole to come back around to get to this side over here. Because in reality, this is what it's doing. It's traveling from Africa around the North Pole. See that? The North Pole is swerving around the right side of the North Pole, swerving around the right side of the North Pole, and it's coming back down south. How you know it's coming back down south? Because look, when you see it from this way, it's going back down south. This is going now south from north. All right? So you could just tell by the way the planes fly. Every destination, if you ever do that, you're going to fly all the way around the globe north when you could just stay in the southern hemisphere. Why would you have to go to the northern hemisphere to get to 2 destinations? Anyway, I'll make you understand right here. These are 3 destinations in the southern hemisphere. Australia, Africa, South America. Now, if I want to go from here, I should just be able to go like this. Travel east, because this is going east. I'm sorry. As you can see, traveling east to west. East to west. I'm sorry, that was west to east. This is east to west. But like I said, I'm confused because this is a lie. That's why I'm sorry. I apologize, you guys. I'm lying to myself. This isn't real. Remember, I totally forgot to tell you that this is not how Antarctica looks. It looks like this. There's no bottom of a globe. But anyway, like I was saying, let's just travel from the bottom of South Africa to Australia. Listen, look at how it's done. How would you? They have to fly like this, up north and come all the way back down instead of just staying in the southern hemisphere. Why can't they just fly over Antarctica to get there, or fly around the southern hemisphere like this? Because look, I'm gonna show you the truth. If you would fly around Antarctica to get to Africa to Australia, this is the truth. This is how long it takes. You see this ocean? They're not going to go across all these oceans to do that. They're not going to do that. Let's go from Africa to Australia the other way. From east to west. We're going to do this in reality. This is traveling from due all the way around to Australia. All right. So doing that, I could just stay in the southern hemisphere. Now listen, this is what they say they're doing. All the way around to Australia. Now, anyway, this is so fucking, it's like, you guys don't get it. Look, the North Pole, if I would travel from the North Pole down to the South Pole, see, I'm at the South Pole right here. This is where I'm at. I'm right here, about to go to Antarctica. About to come to Antarctica, all right? So you believe that you can travel, trade across Antarctica, and pop back around this side. That's the lie. Because when you go south, remember, this is Africa, going south, you get to Antarctica, you continue to go south. Remember, around the earth is mountains. Ice frozen mountains when you come south. It comes around here. Like I said, it takes 3 years to travel around this. They said it wouldn't take 3 years to travel around this if this was really 11,000 miles. Because it's booked by military. You see this outline? That's all military around there anyway. You can't even get close to even try to do it. Plus it's fucking ice freezing cold around this bitch. So ain't no average person who here is going to go all the way down there and do that shit. But they saying you believe in your real mind that you can come from one coast to the other coast and be on the other side of the earth and come back around. That's your total lie. And it's like, this area right here has never been explored. There's nothing in your textbooks that can tell you about this area. You just know this area to be the bottom of a globe. You couldn't tell me what military base was here, here, here. Yeah, you got movies. You can't tell me what military base is here, here, or here around Antarctica. Zoom in on Google Earth. They show you military base. But do you know what they do? No, because you don't know, because they lied to you. They're keeping the truth, which is this, from you. They got you believing when you come here, you can go north. Like this is north. This is south. When you go this way, you're still going south. So when you talking about the ends of the earth, like, listen. All right. I don't know what the fuck is out here. I know from America traveling east to west is going like this around the North Pole. All right. So if I'm in California and if I go west, I'll be in China. If I continue to go to west, I'll cross over Europe. If I continue to go west, I'll come eventually to the Atlantic Ocean. Then I'll be back over crossing America. Then I'll be back in fucking California. That's traveling, circumnavigating the flat earth. And you can circumnavigate anywhere in the circle. You see how I made that circle? I can go right here and make that same circle going east to west. All right, that's circumnavigating. So let's find a globe. This is the best. Here's a globe. That is basically doing this from anywhere on earth, from east to west. Now, what they're telling you, the fucking lie is this. They're saying that you can circle the globe like this, because a globe, if it's a globe, it can be circled like this from north to south. They're saying when you come to Antarctica, you can cross this and go back around the other side. It's not true. Like I said, when you try that, it won't work. When you go south and you go north and you go south, you do not come back north. This land out here has not been explored. Just do your history. Richard, the Byrd, the youngest admiral in the Navy, he has done operations. Operation a Fishbowl, Operation a Deep, all the fucking operations they've done out here to try to find out what the fuck is out here. He telling you, you cannot come out here. When you see penguins, like I said, you see penguins here. Penguins. Everyone loves the little Antarctic animal, and polar bears and seals. You see them here. You don't see nothing out here. There are no fucking trees out here. There's no life out here. There are no trees. There are no trees out this bitch. All right? There's all types of, there's all types of trees and life at the North Pole, and animals and deer and elk and fucking mountain lions and all that type shit up here. But it's burned fucking ice out here. There's nothing out here. If you were to travel from here south, God knows how many miles is out here. Hundreds of thousands more miles that you don't know about. But the sun does not come this far. I'm about to show you where the sun goes. If I could just use like a dawn sun. I'm just going to do it here so you'll know. Like, anyway, you see a circle. Let's just, this is too much scrabble. But the sun, you see in the sky, it travels around the North Pole all year. It does this all year around the North Pole, which means this area right here will be hot. The sun majority, it moves this way a couple of months, so the line will be here. Then it moves back this way, closer to the center a couple of months. Meaning the heat is moving back and forth, which you get the seasons. But the majority heat stays right here because the sun it doesn't go like this around the earth. It does what it's commanded. It goes like this. So meaning it's going to be ice here and ice back here. Because the sun's heat, it goes like this around the earth, around the continents. You see where this heat comes? This is where the continent's at. So it's going to be ice out here. It's going to be ice here. Well, the difference is the sun comes in, it comes closer here, so it's life here. The sun never comes this far. The sun never comes but this far when it comes to Antarctica. So the sun's light, as I'm going to try to make you understand how bright the sun is. The sun, let me try to get a good joint. All right, we know the sun, if the sun was this small, right, going in a circle around the North Pole from east to west every day, 24 hours, then the light would be this bright, probably, the light. Now, right here is straight, pure light when you get all light spectrums. But when you see further distance, you get reddish light as like dawn or dusk, because you can't see it, and it travels. We know from here to here is 3 hours. So it takes that 3 hours to get here. 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and you can go all the way back around to fucking 24 hours. That's how it works. And like I said, in April, the sun's probably here when it's hot as shit. But in fucking winter like we are now, it's not. The fucking light is here now. As you can see, you can still see the fucking light because it's day. Day is not the sun. Remember, day is split like this, how the Lord has made it day. And that goes in a circle. That's day. The sun is the sign to let you know between day and night. The sun is not day. Anyway, it's just a lot. But why do the fucking planes travel north? Why? Show me a commercial airliner flight that goes from the southern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. Show me a commercial airliner that goes from Chile and South America to Johannesburg in Africa. And show me any plane in that flight that does not go north.